Welcome to how to add a driver and set driver pay. First, in order to add your driver, you will want to go to your admin tab and go down to drivers. Once you've opened this box, you're going to click the add button at the top left-hand corner. In this box here, you're going to select whether your driver is a single or a team driver. You will need to input a name, a telephone number. You can input an email address, their address, but it does require a country, city, and a state. Anywhere that you have a red asterisk, you have to input the information. You do also have options for the driver pay to put their date of birth, the date of hire, their license number and their expiry date, as well as their medical, the last medical and the next, their drug testing and the next, passport, hazmat, and any internal notes. This page here is very crucial. If you put anything within these dates, it will give you a forewarning when those dates have expired. It will not do it beforehand. It will do it once that date has expired. It will give you a warning when you go to use the driver. Once you have filled out this information, you want to go up to the Pay tab. With the Pay tab, this is how you set up how you pay your driver. In our system, you have three options on how you pay your driver. You can pay them per mile, percentage, or hourly. If you pay them per mile, it's going to ask you what your currency is. You have the option to put loaded miles as well as empty miles. You also have the option if you pay your driver per multiple pick and drop. And if you pay them money, you're going to put how much per pick, how much per drop, and then also after what number. If you pay them after the second, you're going to put a 2 in this box, and as for your drops as well. You do have an option on your load sheets, load confirmations to show your driver pay. And if that is something that you want to do, you need to check mark this box here. This will then put what your driver is getting paid for this load. Down here, you have standard other pay as well as standard deductions. These are per load. So if you take off a rental fee, say of $25 per load, you're going to put rental fee and $25 in this standard deduction. Every time your driver does a load, this $25 will be taken off of their pay. Just like your standard other pay. If you give them, say, a toll rate for every load that they do, you're going to put toll rate and say it's $15. You're going to put that here. Totally your discretion, but this is per load. You then have your recurring plus and your recurring minus. These recurrings are for pay generation. So every time you generate a driver pay, if you give them a base salary, you're going to label it as base salary, and then you're going to put the amount in the box. This will then give them, say, $300 every time you pay them regardless. And in your recurring minus, this is where you deduct anything off of your driver's pay per generation. So if you take off insurance and the total is $150, it's going to deduct $150 per pay generation. Once you've filled out all of the information here, you're going to click Save, and your driver will now be set up in the system. This is what your driver will look like when they have all the details input in there properly. So per mile, we're going to say they make 50 cents per mile loaded, and we're going to say they make 40 cents per mile empty. We're going to put Show Pay Summary. We give them $20 per pick after number 1, and we'll give them $25 per drop after number 1. This then means on my driver pay, this is going to show up. I'm going to click Save. There is another option to enter in your driver pay, and you can do that by load. If you go into your load, whether it be pending or active, you have a green plus button here. This is a shortcut on the load to enter that in. As soon as you click that, it's going to pull up that driver box, the same as the one through the admin. You can enter in all the details here, and you can save it, and then all you have to do is select them from the drop-down menu on your load, and your driver is now in the system. Thank you for doing how to add a driver and driver pay.